What is going on, guys? Preston here from Preston Logan Vlogging Gaming, and welcome back to another video. I'm back. So now I'll be talking about these four teams: the Raiders, Jets, Titans, and Redskins / Commanders. I'm talking about these four teams, about all of them. Let's start with the Raiders first. So the Raiders, they've had a really hard and rough season this year. The record's like 3 and like 12 or something. It's a record now, or 4-11, I think. I think it's 3-12. Yeah, they've had a rough season and stuff, which I feel bad for the Raiders this year. Which next year I hope the Raiders come back strong, hopefully, and make it. The Raiders are like in top of like the draft order, I think, for next year. For the next year's draft, at the top of the draft order. So hopefully the Raiders can give a good quarterback or rookie quarterback, or like some more players or something out of that hopefully for the Raiders. But the Raiders, I mean, they always beat Kansas City almost. They were so close to beating Kansas City almost. The Raiders were. They're so close to beating Kansas City. Hold on, let's look at the Raiders' schedule real quick, actually. I feel they've been close to beating people. Hold on a minute, guys. Well, on my computer so I can look at the Raiders' schedule. They've been so close to beating teams a little bit lately. Ooh, okay. These are not really the greatest games for the Raiders. Week 1, they lost to the Chargers. They beat the Ravens in week 2. Lost to Carolina in week 3. Beat the Browns in week 4. Lost to the Broncos in week 5. Lost to Steelers in week 6. Lost to the Rams in week 8. No, week 7, sorry. Lost to the Chiefs in week 8. They almost beat the Chiefs by almost. They lost to the Bengals, Dolphins, Broncos. They almost beat the Chiefs again almost. Lost the Buccaneers and lost the Falcons. And they won yesterday against the Jaguars. Then the 29th, they played the Saints. Then they played the Chargers on the 5th. I say the Raiders only beat the Saints, and the Chargers beat them next. Yeah, it hasn't really looked good for the Raiders this year, really. But hopefully next year they come back strong, which I think they might. Hopefully. So, yeah. Next, we're going to talk about is the New York Jets. Ah, man, this team has not made the playoffs in 13 years. Yeah, this Jets team is another team that struggles all the time. The Jets struggle all the time. Yeah, the Jets are a team that, I mean, they're a good team, I would say. Like, they got good players, the Jets do. It's just the ownership's really not the greatest, really. Fans want the owner to sell the team, Woody Johnson to sell the team. The Jets do. Which I would sell the Jets if I were me too, or if I were the fans. Now, the Jets, I'm not against the Jets at all as a team. I just don't really like the Jets, but I would wear a Jets hat, honestly. Just a collectible. I'd never wear that Jets hat for sure. Also, back to the Raiders for a minute. The Raiders, I like the Raiders because I like their logo and their colors. I would definitely wear a Raiders hat though too. I would. So yeah, back to the Jets now. The Jets. Let's look at their schedule real quick for all year. They beat Carolina. They beat the Giants. They lost to San Francisco. They beat Tennessee. They beat the Patriots. They lost to the Broncos. Lost to the Vikings. They almost beat the Bills almost right here. They only lost by 3 points against Buffalo almost, which that's not that bad. Lost to the Steelers. They almost beat the Patriots almost. Lost by 3 points. Beat the Texans. They lost to the Cardinals. They almost beat the Colts almost. They lost to the Colts by 1 point. They almost beat the Seahawks. They lost by Seattle by 5 points. They lost in overtime to the Dolphins. They beat the Jaguars last week. They lost to the Rams. The 29th, they play Buffalo, and the January 5th, they play the Dolphins. Which, I think the Jets will lose both those games between Buffalo and Miami. So, yeah. The Jets, not against them, but will they come back strong next year? It depends. Because the Jets will be the Jets. Because we all know how the Jets go when they're in the regular season. They look good. People hype them up in the offseason all the time. They're gonna make the playoffs and make the playoffs. But yet they don't make the playoffs. So yeah, that'll have to decide when time comes for the Jets. Sorry, Jets fans, but yeah, your team. Sorry. Okay, now for the Titans. The Titans have also had a really horrible season. You know, I like Tennessee a lot. The Titans have had a very rough season, a whole bunch. They're currently 3-12. Oh yeah, I forgot the Jets are 4-11. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys that. The Titans are 3-12, which sucks. I was expecting a lot more out of Tennessee this year. I literally thought this year the Titans were actually going to be a really good team this year with new head coach, new people, and everything. I really thought they're going to be a good team this year and like be able to compete in the AFC South. But I was wrong. They're terrible this year. Now, the Titans, they're a really good run franchise by all means. Amy Adams Strunk, she runs that franchise really, really well. I like her as an owner. She runs that team really, really, really well, which is good. Her and Bud Adams are the main reason why they've been so successful over the years and stuff. Yes, I know all these 4 teams all have their down years and all that. I know that. Every team in the NFL has their down years because not every team can be good every year or all be good all the time, which I know that. Yeah, Titans, I feel like, will come back strong as well. The Titans are, I think are on the top of the draft order. I think 2 for a draft pick. I think right now, I've been seeing draft picks all over the place. They're on top of the draft pick too. So yeah, let's look at their schedule that happened this year. Lost to the Bears, lost to the Jets, lost to the Packers. They beat Miami. They almost beat the Colts almost. Lost to Buffalo, lost to the Lions, they beat the Patriots. Lost to the Chargers, lost to the Vikings. They beat Houston, lost to Washington, lost to Jacksonville, lost to Cincinnati. They almost beat the Colts again, almost. They almost beat the Colts again. Almost, again. And next Sunday, they play the Jaguars again. Then, in the year, they played Houston, which they already beat Houston this year. So, can they beat Houston again? Maybe. If they play hard enough, Tennessee, I believe, can beat Houston. I believe that next year the Titans will come back strong, maybe, and maybe have like more like things going for them next year. Come be a better team. So there's the Titans. Now on to Washington. Washington is a really improved team this year. This is the first time since 1991 they've had a winning record, like a really like good record since first time since 1991. Washington has. They've had a good record for winning, and I think they clinched the playoffs. I don't know. I forgot what the scenario was, but they clinched the playoffs somehow. I know that Washington's making the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. Washington, I'm impressed by Washington this year. This team is supposed to be like well, with a new owner and stuff. It's supposed to be like a rebuilding stuff with the Washington and stuff, all this new ownership and all that last year and all that. But this year, they have really improved. So yeah, here's Washington. Here's what games Washington has won this year. Let's look. They lost to Tampa Bay, won against the Giants, beat Cincinnati, beat Arizona, beat Cleveland, lost to Baltimore, beat Carolina, beat Chicago, beat the Giants again, lost to Pittsburgh, lost to Philly, lost to Dallas, beat Tennessee, and beat New Orleans, and they won against Philadelphia yesterday. The next Sunday they play against Atlanta, and then they play against Dallas in week 18. So this is gonna be quite a ride for Washington. If Washington goes far in the playoffs, I'll be happy for them. Honestly, if Washington goes far in the playoffs, I'd be so happy for them. So yeah, I thank you guys for watching. Um, I'm probably gonna decide the next 4 teams to do at one time. That one I'm not doing one by one video because it'll take forever. Then after this next video, I'm gonna go stream some Madden 24 for you guys, and then probably go to sleep. So yeah, Preston is out.